Indian Air Force, IAF, has inducted and operationalized the air-launched, extended-range Brahmos supersonic cruise missile. Analysts termed the IAF Brahmos capability phenomenal. With a kill range of 450 kilometers, this is the IAF's most potent air-launched anti-surface weapon, and its induction is a significant capability milestone. The missile has been mated with select Sukhoi 30 Mki fighters. An estimated 42 Sukhoi 30 Mki jets will be modified to wield the airborne Brahmos. The modified Sukhois will have the capability to carry only one Brahmos at a time as part of a weapons configuration which also includes 4 R-77 air-to-air medium-range missiles, 2 R-73 air-to-air short-range missiles and 6 250 kg bombs. The air-launched Brahmos has a strategic role. It is to destroy targets in depth which have strategic value and compromise the war-waging capability of an adversary, said a former officer commanding-in-chief of the IAF. The strategic targets in depth could be major military bases, ammunition dumps and vital installations. With its range, the IAF can launch this weapon from its own airspace. The availability of this weapon increases India's military options for launching surprise precision cross-border attacks from a stand-off range. This will also beef up India's anti-ship capability in a maritime role, and enable quick reaction against an enemy warship up to 1,400 kilometers from India's coastline. Its 2.8 Mach supersonic speed and terrain-hugging flight mode also makes it improbable to intercept. In recently concluded user trials, this missile has shown itself to be very spectacular, very accurate, a senior IAF officer told. Singapore and China signed an updated defense agreement to scale up bilateral military exercises, provide mutual logistics support and establish regular dialogues between their defense ministers. In Beijing, Singapore's Defense Minister Ang Eng Hen signed the agreement with his Chinese counterpart General Wei Feng. The Enhanced Agreement on Defense Exchanges and Security Cooperation, ADESC, formalizes activities between Singapore's Ministry of Defense, MINDEF, and China's People's Liberation Army, PLA, including port calls, bilateral exercises, mutual visits and cross-attendance of courses, MINDEF said in a news release. Singapore and China also reaffirmed both countries' commitment to cooperating closely on multilateral platforms in the enhanced ADESC, including the ASEAN Defense Ministers Meeting, ADMM-Plus and the Experts Working Group exercises, the ASEAN-China Maritime Exercise and Exercise Coordinated Response. MINDEF said the ADMM-Plus includes Australia, China, India, Japan, New Zealand, South Korea, Russia and the US. China and South Korea agreed to make a joint effort to denuclearize the Korean Peninsula as they resumed bilateral high-level defense talks. Lieutenant General Xiao Yuanming, Deputy Chief of the Joint Staff Department of the Central Military Commission, met South Korean Defense Vice Minister Park Jae-min in Beijing and both sides agreed to deepen bilateral ties. The dialogue took place on the sidelines of the Zhongshan Forum, a 3-day gathering on Asia-Pacific security and defense. Relations between China and South Korea were strained by Seoul's decision to host American Terminal High Altitude Area Defense System, THAAD, but ties have warmed as both countries have pushed back against pressure from the U.S.
Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you like the channel and want to support, please support on Patreon or PayPal. The details are given below in the description.